Wow, I'm like totally
I know.
blanking here. That's not good.
Oh,
Oh,
let's do it. Let's go for gold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Play ball. Welcome to Ordinary Effort, where a bunch of random guys are going to guess some random baseball players and try not to biff the grid. And when we talk about grid, what we're talking about here is Immaculate Grid from baseballreference.com. Basically, what you'll see on the screen is a 3x3 grid. At the top, there's usually going to be either teams or some kind of accomplishment, whether it's a statistic or an award. And we're going to have to try to guess all the players in all the boxes on this grid without messing it up. I'm Mike. I'm a former stats analyst for a major sports network, um, fantasy baseball nerd, and long-suffering Mets fan. And I'm here with my buddy Josh. Josh, tell us a little bit about you and Biff, where Biff came from.
I would love to. And I'm Josh, and I am a longtime Yankees fan. Grew up, first teams I watched were the dynasties of the 90s. So I'm spoiled, was what that means. And yeah, the term Biff. So, while I can't speak to the actual origin, I think I've introduced it to our circle of friends primarily because my wife is a big baseball fan, and will call every error that happens a biff. Some examples are, "Wow, he biffed that," or "Wow, what a total biff." So you'll hopefully we will be biff free today, but a biff is when we miss a box on the grid, and we are not shooting for that. So hoping for a biff free day, Mike. So
We're trying not to biff. Guaranteed, at some point there will be biffs. So
yeah,
get used to
yeah,
the term.
yep.
It's going to happen. I'm glad you brought up our group of friends too. Some of them are going to be joining us in and out through all these grids. Sometimes it might just be me and Josh. Sometimes we might have some guests on. We've been playing this in our group chat for a couple of months now, and we
Yeah.
decided let's film it and see if anybody cares. So that's what
And
we're
Mike
doing here.
and Mike brings up a good point. Obviously, we're not doing anything Herculean here. When obviously there are individuals out there playing this grid game and posting their scores to Twitter, individually getting single digit scores. So, if you're watching this, the hope is that you're just going to find some fun watching us reminisce about some players we remember. And if we get a great score, awesome. So that's the
Gonna
goal.
gonna get to see what randomness lives inside our brains
Oh
here.
yeah,
I've got some weird ones that I think might come up here, but let's jump
yeah.
in. Let's get into
Let's do it.
Immaculate Grid 1. Now I know we're pretty far behind. We'll be playing catch up until the end of time, but we're going to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Immaculate Grid 1, we got Rangers, Red Sox, Reds down the left here, and Blue Jays, and then Hall of Fame and All Star. Couple of thoughts off the top. Hall of Fame. I want to knock that out first. I like the teams
Yeah.
boxes. I feel like those are a little easier.
Yeah. I
Um,
agree.
my first thought for the Rangers Hall of Fame is the obvious ones are going to be like Nolan Ryan,
Yeah.
Pudge Rodriguez, like
Yeah.
guys who had long tenured careers. I kind of want to go for a lower score there. Um,
Yeah.
Vlad Guerrero played for the Rangers for like a year or two, didn't he?
That is true. Yeah, my mind went the same way. If we can find someone who had a really short stint with a team, I like going Vlad.
You want
Yeah,
to go Vlad? Just
let's
jump
do
right
it.
in.
Yeah.
Go. Let's see.
Is it actually Vladimir or
Oh, it might be Vladimir. Yeah, it is Vladimir. Okay.
okay?
4%.
Nice.
Hey,
There
that's
you
a good
go.
start. All right.
Nice. I
Good
like it.
stuff. Do we want to keep going down the column here? Red Sox?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the obvious one. Like with Jim Rice, is that the
Yeah.
obvious Red Sox one?
I think that, well, a couple obvious ones for me. David Ortiz, he just
Yeah.
got
Oh,
in
yeah. Yeah.
2022. Pedro
Pedro.
Martinez.
Yeah.
Um, those are like the first two that come to mind. Jim Rice, was he like that? He was prominent in the 80s. I
Yeah.
think I would imagine that the guys playing this game, there's probably a mix, but I think that more people would go to Ortiz or Pedro. So
Yeah.
I'm cool with you want to go Jim Rice here?
Yeah, I think that because of recency, those guys are going to come up.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice. 5%. All
nice.
right. So
Yeah,
we're running good here so far.
yeah, yeah.
The wheels are gonna fall off.
This
Reds
is
Hall of
where
Fame.
I
Yeah.
don't know how much help the Reds got. I mean, I'm struggling to.
So the first guy that comes to mind isn't even in because it's Pete
Yeah,
Rose.
of course. Yeah.
So there's that. Did Barry Larkin is in, right?
Probably in like Johnny Bench.
Bench. Yep. I don't
I
think.
think
And did Joe Morgan play for the Reds? Well, he was on the Big Red Machine team in the
yes.
70s, right?
Yeah.
I
You know
think.
what? In the past, I feel like Joe Morgan has been a popular one on here, but the three of them,
Really?
between the three of them, I feel like that's a good start.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think. I mean, who? I
So
guess if we
so
go
we
with
have
one of those, Larkin, Johnny Bench. Oh, I'm almost like, are we positive Larkin's in? He's got to
that
be,
was my
right?
question.
Yeah.
I feel like, are we going rarity score? Or are we going? I feel like since we have 9 on the first 2 boxes, we can maybe go for
I'm thinking Johnny
bench.
Bench is the safe one there.
Yeah, it's going to be in like the 30s, I think. Okay, that's not. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
okay.
I think we can make it up in All Star, although they have to be they
They
have
have to have
had
made it
to
for the
on
team,
that
right?
team. Correct.
Okay,
Right, right, right.
so All Star. I'm thinking back to like the teams from like ten years ago, like the Adrian Beltre,
Okay.
Ian Kinsler teams.
Kadire.
Was
Was he on
Kadire?
that Rangers team, or am I thinking is he
No, Kadire was on
Twins?
the Kadire. He was on the Twins.
Okay, okay.
Um, so just to rattle off a bunch of guys here, you got Ian Kinsler, Michael Young, Adrian Beltre. I
Beltre.
don't know if Elvis Andrews made. I imagine Andrews had to have been an All Star at some point. Um,
Hmm.
how do you feel about Michael Young?
Yeah, I'm thinking that the name I'm almost thinking someone like Juan Gonzalez is going to be more common, so Michael Young might be a good
Yeah.
one.
Okay. There's also Josh Hamilton.
I think that's
Um,
gonna people are gonna remember him a lot. I think Michael Young's a good one, solid. I think.
I hope he made it.
Yeah,
There we go. Yeah. All right.
nice.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
All right. We're
All right.
looking decent here. Red Sox All Star.
Okay, this is where I feel like maybe I can think about some guys. I mean, I don't. Would Carl Crawford have made it as a Red Sox? That's what that worries me a little bit. But
He wasn't there long, and I think
yeah,
that's when he started to was he was
so
there before the Dodgers, right? It was Rays, Red Sox, Dodgers.
yeah.
I
All right.
don't
So
know.
more recently, you would have like uh Devers, Pedroia, Veritek, all those guys probably would have made it as a Red Sox, I
Did
think.
Veritek make it?
Uh, I'm trying to think
Because
like
if he
but he
did,
would
that
have
would be
been
a
playing
great
at the
one.
same time as Posada, so he might have
Mm.
been fighting for a spot with him. So
And
actually,
and Pudge
that's
Rodriguez.
Pudge. Actually, that's tough. That's tough.
Okay. Oh, a little older, Wade Boggs.
Yep, good one too. Also Roger Clemens.
Mm. Or
Uh,
you could go reliever. You could go like Papelbon.
Papelbon would be a good one, I think.
You want to go Papelbon here?
Yeah,
Because I
I
feel
think
like they
people
just
are
took
going to
the
go with
elite.
position players a lot,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'd say Papelbon might be less than 10. I'm hoping.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, all right.
No, I like going
There you
relievers because,
go. Nice.
like you said, the position players are like a couple deep in the All
Yeah,
Star game, but relievers they're like take the best pitchers, all the best
yeah,
closers, and just throw them in the sixth, seventh, eighth, fourth inning, whatever.
yeah.
Reds All Star, Joey
All right.
Votto, and Brandon Phillips.
Yeah, and some of the guys we listed who we weren't sure about for the Hall, although that might be common, like Joe Morgan. But I'm wondering if like Votto's going to be the one I think is most common here.
Votto's going to be the highest for sure, I would
And
think.
I'm thinking like because it's the Reds, he might be like 50 or 60%. So Morgan is a good one, maybe.
I mean, you could go Pete Rose here.
Right, Pete Rose, he's probably pretty common too.
Brandon Phillips would have made it, right?
I know, I'm thinking about
Or are
that
you still not
too.
sure? Did
It was the Reds where he had his longest tenure, you think? Yeah,
they
right.
were? Yeah, he was on a couple of the teams later in his career, but he
This
was
is a
mainly with
weird
the Reds.
one. Would Jay Bruce have made it on the Reds? I mean, he had a couple really
He
solid years with them, but I don't know how confident. Um,
I feel he probably did.
it's hard to say
Do we want
though.
to risk it?
I just remember the early 2010s, he was real strong, but I don't want to risk an immaculate because I don't feel super strong about it. It's the kind of thing we'll look
Do,
up after, I
do you want
guess.
to go
But
Pete Rose?
that's going to be a, yeah, Pete Rose or Barry Larkin. But Had to have done it with the Reds.
I think Larkin played his whole career with the Reds.
Yeah, try it out. Yeah, go Larkin, I think.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's try to crank
There
the
we
rest
go.
of these out here.
So
Rangers
there's one
Blue
in the
Jays.
yeah, okay. Rangers Blue Jays. All I could think about is the fight with them, but
Oh, Batista.
yeah, no door.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Sometimes catchers are forgotten, and I'm just trying to think if anybody in there.
Yeah. So, hmm. Wow, I'm I'm like totally
I know
blanking
I'm
here.
blanking for a sec. Yeah,
Rangers Blue Jays. That's not good. This is not good.
something will come. We could skip it too. I'm thinking
So Red Sox Blue Jays.
the one that comes to mind is Jackie Bradley Jr. Had a really short stint with the Blue Jays and a longer one with the Red Sox.
Definitely I know. Yeah. Wait, you're sure he was with the Blue Jays?
Positive, yeah.
All right, let's go with that because nothing. I'm just completely blanking, and I like those like
Yeah.
awesome. I like those guys that had those brief stints that nobody remembers.
Did Brendan Drury, does he work here? I don't know why. I can't remember if he played for the Reds. I know he did the Blue
He
Jays.
did. Oh yeah, that's a good. You know why? Because I think it was 2022 was when he had a really good first half.
Yes.
And then he got traded to the Padres and he kind of tapered off, but he did play.
Was it from the
Blue
Reds
Jays
though that he had the really good? Because he also did Yankees, but I know he did Blue Jays.
Yeah, no, he definitely played for the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Awesome.
There we go.
All right, Rangers Blue Jays.
This one's gonna haunt us, man. Well, yeah, we got some wiggle room, I guess. Maybe we'll quickly go through like positions and see if we can think of someone.
Yeah.
Maybe first base on the Blue Jays. Obviously, Vlad, Brandon Belt, Lyle Overbay. None of those help there.
No.
Second base, you got Simeon at one point. Oh,
yeah, Semien.
I mean, he's going to be fairly.
He's going to be pretty high.
Maybe we could give it a. We're trying to keep ourselves honest here, but if we want to see if someone rarer comes up in a minute, if not, go with Simeon. But
yeah, let's not draw this out too long because we kind of stalled a little. Semien will be the backup here.
Elvis Andrews never did Blue Jays, right?
Did Omar Vizquel play for the Rangers?
I don't know.
I know he played for the Blue Jays very briefly, and I want to say I know mainly he was in Cleveland, and then he spent time in Seattle.
It made me think of Andrelton Simmons too, because I think didn't he do a stint with one of these teams? No,
it was with the Braves, and then he was with the Angels. And he might have been on one other team. Yeah. I don't think he was on both of those.
Yeah. Maybe we should just do Simeon.
Do you want to go Simeon, or do you want to risk it with Omar Vizquel?
You know what? Let's do it. Let's go for gold.
Yeah. All right. 63. That is
all right.
That is a really good start.
There you go. I guarantee Simeon would have been much higher than that. 0.6. I didn't even see.
Let's go 0.6. That's a hidden gem. And we Maddoxed it. 63.
Yeah.
Is a Maddox. A complete game. So Maddox, as we're calling, is a complete game.
Yeah.
Full 9.
Yeah.
No Biffs under 100 because Maddox threw many complete games in under 100 pitches.
Listen, we thought we were going to start off pretty poorly.
I really thought this was going to
be years from now. if this has gone really well and people are watching this, it's going to go downhill from here. So
yeah, no, more terrible things are to come in this grid.
Hey, good start, Mike. Nice,
killed it. All right, awesome job.
Well, we'll be back with another one. So
yeah,
subscribe, share it with your friends.
It's at Ordinary Effort. There's a bug somewhere, and check out other videos that will eventually appear somewhere on the screen here.
Yep.